Welcome otakus to the AniManga Dojo. How do you decide which anime you're going to watch next? Suggestions, reviews, or maybe you watch a specific genre? Well, at AniManga Dojo, we are introducing a new concept called pilot episode analysis. Here, we analyze pilot episodes of animes and determine whether the anime is worth watching or not. So, without further ado, Hajime Masho! Today, we are going to analyze the pilot episode of Boku Dakiga Inaimachi, also popularly known as Erased. It was aired in the winter 16th season. It is directed by Tomohiko Itao, who is also known for his famous work Sword Art Online. Itao has also directed some episodes of Death Note and Anohana. Produced by A1 Pictures, Erased explores the genre of supernatural psychological thriller with some flavors of romance and comedy. Let's kickstart our review with the first item in our bucket, the plot. The pilot starts with our protagonist Satoru Fujinama describing why he is scared. He is an aspiring manga artist who has lost all hopes after getting constant failure. Since not making it into the manga world, he works as a pizza delivery man. Everything seems normal until we are introduced to the phenomena called revival. Basically, he can sense something is wrong, can go back in time by 2 to 5 minutes, and if he wants can change the timeline. But the catch here is that the outcome of his intervention may be neutral or may turn negative on him. This is seen in the truck chase scene in which he gets injured while saving the life of a boy.
Oi, そこのトラック! やっぱ関わるんじゃなかっただけど
大丈夫？
危なかったな
In the hospital, we are introduced to Katagiri Airi. She is exact opposite of our protagonist, cheerful, happy and full of dreams. The scene changes to him going back to his home after getting discharged, and he gets a surprise visit from his mother, Sachiko. Sachiko is shown smart, understanding and quite witty actually. During their conversations, we are introduced to a tragedy that happened during Satoru's childhood. 2 of his classmates were kidnapped and murdered. The scene transitions to the one in which they are buying groceries. Another revival happens and a kidnapping attempt is foiled because of detective instincts and impromptu action of his mother. Satoru saw nothing, but his mother grew suspicious of the man with the child. The anime became very dark all of a sudden, and darker still as it is revealed that the killer is still alive and the wrong man had taken the fall for it. Sachiko tries to unravel the culprit and is able to do so, but before revealing the name to the Satoru, she is murdered by the culprit in the cold blood.
Satoru?
Returning home and seeing his mother lying in this state, Satoru is shocked and loses all his hopes in the life. Interpreted wrongly by his neighbor, Satoru pleads his innocence and encounters another revival, the longest of all, taking himself back to 5th grade in high school in 1988. Hence, it is time for Satoru to revisit his past and find out what really happened in order to fix the things in the future. So this finishes our plot. So much story in just 20 minutes. This reminds us of our next section, pace and theme. The episode is very fast paced with so much story condensed into just 20 minutes. With twists and turns at every corner, the episode really keeps you at the edge of your seat. The whole episode is filled with a dark nostalgic theme with a slight trickle of comedy. There are many mysteries introduced in this episode, like the whole truth about childhood tragedy. Then there is the cold-blooded murder of his mother, and the very superpower of our protagonist, the revival. With so much happening, Erased really justifies its place in the thriller genre. So after discussing pace and theme, let's discuss our opinions and everything else. The episode is very well directed. From the very first scenes, you can see the subtlety of the animations. Without much dialogue, we are introduced to so many things, ranging from Satoru's failures to the present year in which scenes are set. Then there is the truck chase scene where it is hinted that our protagonist wants to be a superhero, but doesn't want to get acknowledged as one. Also, the characters were introduced in a very unique way, by making them intriguing, thus forcing you to think more about them than is shown in the scene. We also like the overall nostalgic theme of the episode centering around the regret on past actions, with the past unresolved mysteries setting the stage for the present ones, like linking Sachiko's murder with the 1988 kidnapping. Apart from this, we also like the animations, the transitions, the change in colors during flashbacks, the perfect syncing of appropriate sounds and music. For example, the cinematic reels and soundtrack when showing the flashbacks, or during the final revival, the change in aspect ratio and shift to first person view adds bonus to the overall shock factor. Frankly speaking, we at AniManga Dojo really loved watching Erased, cause the story is good, the animations are cool, and the direction is superb. Plus the overall anime is only 12 episodes long. So we really recommend watching Erased, it will be worth your time. Thank you guys for watching. We have tons of stuff in line for you guys. So please like, share and subscribe.